Hello everyone, welcome again to our YouTube channel, IELTS by Neil. Today we are going to discuss how to attempt the questions for describing maps in IELTS listening section. So as you all know, IELTS listening section is the first section that takes place when you go for the exam, and you get 40 questions in total, and you will hear an audio track for 30 minutes, alright? And you will get extra 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the final answer sheet. But that is in the pen and paper based only. Okay. In IELTS listening, there are many type of questions. For example, sentence completion is the first type. Okay. Number 2, we can say multiple choice question, MCQ. Number 3, maps. Number 4, they can give you any diagram. Number 5, they can give you some statements and they will ask you to identify who said this or what these statements are referring to. So all you need to do is just listen to the audio track carefully and attentively so that you do not miss any question. So today we are only going to cover maps for the listening section. So let's see what happens when you get a map and how to attempt it and what are the things that you need to be really careful of. Okay, so I'm just gonna take an example of the map, this one here. So as you can see, the Red Hill Improvement Plan, Red Hill is the name of city, improvement plan is given. Okay, and over here, so in the exam you're not gonna get much time. Okay, so you have to be really quick. All right, so just have a look at the streets, like Evelyn Street. This is Evelyn Street, Hill Street, Days Road, Thomas Street, Carberry Street, Hill Street again. So it's from here to here, it's a Hill Street. Okay, and this is, it's not clear, but this is written supermarket. Okay, all right. So now, before you even hear the recording, the first thing you have to do is that you have to quickly go through all the words that are written in the maps. Okay, whatever the main points are, like all the streets are given, the road is given, supermarket, and the points. Okay, so you have to find the points. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna play the audio track, okay, and then we'll see how it is done. Okay, so let's begin the audio track now.
Now, we've also put together a map which we sent out to all the residents in the area. And on the map we've marked proposed changes. Firstly, we'll plant mature pine trees to provide shelter and shade just to the right of the supermarket in Days Road. In order to address the traffic problems, the pavements on the corner of Carberry and Thomas Street will be...
So the speaker was saying that for the palm trees, so we have to look for the word trees. So he said for the palm trees, it was on the right of the supermarket. So this is supermarket. It's right of the supermarket on the Days Road. So this is Days Road, right of the supermarket is palm trees. So trees are number C. Okay, I'm gonna play it again to make you more clear.
all the residents in the area. And on the map we've marked proposed changes. Firstly, we'll plant mature pine trees to provide shelter and shade just to the right of the supermarket in Days Road.
Right of the supermarket on Days Road. You got it? So palm trees. Okay. Now the next one is wider footpath. So before you hear the recording, okay, you have to make sure that, you know, when you've done C, you should quickly read this. Okay, wider footpath. Now you have to be really attentive and listen to the words very clearly. Okay.
In order to address the traffic problems, the pavements on the corner of Carberry and Thomas Street will be widened. This will help to reduce the speed of vehicles.
So the speaker was saying, in order to reduce the pavement problem. Pavement is the area which is provided to walk on street. And it's saying it's a corner of Thomas and Carberry Street. So corner of Thomas and Carberry is this T here. Okay, moving on. So the answer of wider footpath is D.
Entering Thomas Street. We think it's very important to separate the local residential streets from the main road, so the roadway at the entrance to Thomas Street from Days Road will be painted red.
Okay, so road where the entrance of Thomas Street from the Days Road. So entrance of Thomas Street is from here and here. But they're saying from the Days Road, means this one here. So G should be the colored paint. Okay. Now look for the words new sign.
This should mark it more clearly and act as a signal for traffic to slow down. One way of making sure that the pedestrians are safe is to increase signage at the intersections.
Increase signage at the intersection. Signage means new signs. Okay.
A keep clear sign will be erected at the junction of Evelyn Street and Hill Street.
A keep clear sign will be erected, means it will be put at the junction. Junction means where the two streets meet, of Evelyn Street and Hill Street. So let's find the junction of Evelyn Street and Hill Street. It's here, B. So Evelyn Street is this one, Hill Street is this one, and that is the junction. So new sign will be placed here. So new sign would be B. Okay, moving on to the next one. Next is traffic lights.
Enable traffic to exit at all times. Something we're planning to do to help control the flow of traffic in the area is to install traffic lights halfway down Hill Street where it crosses Days Road.
Okay, so they are trying to put traffic lights halfway down Hill Street where it crosses Days Road. So Hill Street is from here to here, and where it crosses, and Days Road is this one. So Hill Street crossing Days Road is F. So here they want to put some traffic lights. Okay. Now next one is artwork.
Now, we haven't only thought about the cars and traffic, of course. There's also something for the children. We're going to get school children in the area to research a local story, the life of a local sports hero perhaps. And an artist will incorporate that story into paintings on the wall of a building on the other side of Hill Street from the supermarket.
Okay, so paintings of artwork will be there on the other side of the Hill Street. So there are two sides of the Hill Street, but the speaker said, so this is Hill Street. This is Hill Street here. Other side of the Hill Street, opposite to the supermarket. So this is supermarket here, and this is the other side. So it means A should be the correct one. Now the last one is children's playground.
And finally, we've agreed to build a new children's playground, which will be at the other end of Hill Street, close to the intersection with Carberry Street.
Okay, children's playground will be built other end of the Hill Street, intersection of Carberry Street. So Hill Street is this one here, and Carberry Street this one here. So this is the playground junction of these two streets. So this one would be E. So see, it's really easy if you pay attention, okay, and if you try to understand each and every word, and of course if you read the questions before you even hear the recording. So that is really important. So when you get a time to look at questions 14 to 20, or you get 30 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever time, you have to be like really quick to look at the questions, so that when you hear the audio track, that audio track should sound familiar to you. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna play the audio again just to make you clear. Okay, and I'm just gonna remove this
now. we've also put together a map which we sent out to all the residents in the area. And on the map we've marked proposed changes. Firstly, we'll plant mature pine trees to provide shelter and shade just to the right of the supermarket in Days Road. In order to address the traffic problems, the pavements on the corner of Carberry and Thomas Street will be widened. This will help to reduce the speed of vehicles entering Thomas Street. We think it's very important to separate the local residential streets from the main road, so the roadway at the entrance to Thomas Street from Days Road will be painted red. This should mark it more clearly and act as a signal for traffic to slow down. One way of making sure that the pedestrians are safe is to increase signage at the intersections. A Keep Clear sign will be erected at the junction of Evelyn Street and Hill Street to enable traffic to exit at all times. Something we're planning to do to help control the flow of traffic in the area is to install traffic lights halfway down Hill Street where it crosses Days Road. Now, we haven't only thought about the cars and traffic, of course, there's also something for the children. We're going to get school children in the area to research a local story, the life of a local sports hero perhaps. And an artist will incorporate that story into paintings on the wall of a building on the other side of Hill Street from the supermarket. And finally, we've agreed to build a new children's playground, which will be at the other end of Hill Street, close to the intersection with Carberry Street.
Wonderful. Now, what's the next stage?
Well,
I hope things are clear to you now for the maps and listening. So in the listening exercise, that's what you have to do. I hope you have gained some knowledge out of this video. If you have any questions related to IELTS preparation, please do let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for your time. See you next video.